Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sourdough, and welcome to the final pregame analysis of the regular season. It's good, Braden. Um, but yeah, I'm hyped for this game. I mean, I'm kind of. This is such a huge game. I'm kind of a bit nervous for it. Before I get into it, make sure to follow me on Twitter at StoneColdKittle. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below or down below. What's good, Braden? I don't need to get into the game too much. I mean, we're playing Seattle in Seattle, Week 17, Sunday Night Football. We don't need to do I don't need to get into this game. This is a must-win game, biggest game of the year, biggest game of the season by far. Honestly, the biggest game of the past 5 years for sure. There's going to be a bloodbath. There's so much implications to this game. I mean, we get the 1 seeded for which is kind of crazy to think, considering like last year we had 2 years ago we had like Brian Hoyer at quarterback. Now we could be the number 1 seed, which is kind of crazy to think. But this is such a huge game. So I mean, hopefully we can come out with a win. So in order to do that, let's get right into the keys of the game. So for offense, I think for us we need to work on our pass game, work on our throw game, our pass game and catching the ball. I think that's basically it. We had a horrible time last time doing that, and obviously we lost that game. So I mean, we definitely for sure got to just catch the ball, keep passing. And honestly, they have a pretty depleted secondary this week. So, and their pass rush has dominated us last time. So hopefully we can stop that pass rush. Second of all, hopefully we can keep passing the ball, keep getting towards keep going at their secondary. So that's probably the best way we're going to win the game tonight. On defense, I think pressure. That's all. Like, you got to just apply pressure. Their O-line's, they're missing Dwayne Brown, their left tackle. Mikey Potty's pretty beat up. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to start him, but I know they marked one of the Seattle put one of the backup linemen as inactive, which kind of makes me think they're going to start him, which would be good for us, considering that we can just beat him up more, use him more. And applying pressure, I mean, obviously that's going to get to Wilson. It's going to make him have to throw quicker, which could lead to more picks and everything. So, and he's a mobile QB. So, I mean, if you can stop a mobile QB, that's fantastic. Like, you don't need to do much. And then key players tonight. Kittle obviously is one. He was not there. He was not playing the last time, so that's why I'm putting him there. He did not play the last time. I think he was kind of the X factor on why we kind of sucked. Our run game wasn't good. Our pass game wasn't good. Everything was just kind of off the last time we played them without him. So that's all I gotta say for that. Kendrick Bourne isn't. I could put all the receivers. The reason I'm putting Kendrick Bourne is because he was horrible last time we played Seattle. So I'm putting him there because hopefully he can rebound. I know he wants this game badly. So hopefully he can rebound from last game. So yeah. Run game, again, I'm not saying that's too key, but we definitely should be using the run game more. I mean, considering they're applying a lot of pressure, I mean, it's not really the best idea to run it all the time unless we can get by that pressure. So in my opinion, passing is going to be the best way to go. Daniel Brunskill is another key player. He started at right guard last week. I think he's going to do that again. It'll be interesting to see him. I know Aaron Donald gave him and Ben Garland a tough time. That's another key player, Ben Garland. Hopefully he can really step it up. He had an okay game last week, was pretty bad at first, then really stepped it up. So hopefully he can just keep it all stepped up today. I know Apuna Ford really dominated us last time, same with Clowney. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can really step it up today. On the defensive front, Nick Bosa is my one guy I watch on the D-line, considering that their left tackle's out. He's going to be playing so much pressure tonight, or he should be at least. So it'll be interesting to see how he does, how Seattle handles him. Hopefully he can have a big game because we're going to need that. Last key player is Marcel Harris. Again, starting at strong safety this week. Tart was out. He played pretty well last week. Hopefully he can do that again. I saw some stats. Like Tart, ever since Tart's been out, we've allowed 35.5 points per game on average. So that kind of just shows like how valuable Tart is to the team. So we kind of hopefully we can hold their points a little bit more tonight than we did last time or that we have done in the past. But he's going to be a huge factor in this game tonight, Marcel Harris, because they're going to try to pass the ball a lot tonight, which leads me to the Seattle keys game. For offense, it is passing. I think it's pretty simple. Their run game's really depleted. They're starting Marshawn. Their two running backs are a washed up Marshawn Lynch and Robert Turbin, who I don't even know where he last was. I know he was the backup on that Seattle team that won the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, you gotta if that's your run game, you gotta pass a lot tonight because you can't really rely on those too much, considering that you're also going against one of the best D line in the NFL, arguably. On defense for Seattle, I think you just gotta apply pressure. Same thing as the Niners, apply pressure. It worked a lot. It worked really well last time. I mean, they really stepped it up against our pressure. They really just Jimmy G was not that good for that game, considering like all that pressure. Well, I mean, he was obviously good that game, but I mean, like considering the pressure, it was just like a lot on him, a lot of stress on him. So that's why I got to put him there too. And then my key players for Seattle, once again, Russell Wilson's a key player because he can obviously have a huge game, run game, pass game. He can do it all. Marshawn Lynch is there. I don't know why I'm putting him there. It'll be fun to watch him play, I guess. I mean, honestly, like as a Niners fan, like if you don't like watching him, that's kind of sad. Like you should love watching Marshawn Lynch either way. Their own line is going to be key in this game. I mean, as I said earlier, Dwayne Brown's out. Mikey Potty's beaten up. They're going to need to really step it up tonight. I know their right tackle did not have a good game last time we played them. He hasn't really done that much this season. So their O-line is really going to have to step it up tonight if they want to win, considering that their two best players on the O-line, arguably their two best players on the O-line are injured or not playing at all tonight. And on the defensive front, Jadeveon Clowney is one of my key players. He dominated us last game. That's probably what I'm most nervous about because he dominated us last game. We're starting Staley again, probably. Again, he's a bit more healthy this time. So, or did we start school last game? I forget. Anyways, he just dominated us last time, so we're definitely going to need to stop him if we want to win. And then the last player on defense is Shaquille Griffin. The only reason I'm putting him there is because it was kind of – his status was a bit iffy before the game. He is playing tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what he does, considering he's been having a phenomenal year in that secondary. And then their other secondary player that has been a huge factor was Quandre Diggs, the midseason addition from Detroit. He is out tonight, so that is huge for us. I think he was expected to be out tonight. So yeah, I think that's huge for us. So their secondary is going to have to step it up tonight a lot without him. Score prediction. This is going to be a bloodbath. Both teams want to win this game. And I'm going to say the score. If it weren't for the Seattle injuries, I would say the Seattle would win this game easily. But considering their injuries, I think the Niners are going to win this game. I'm going to say 30-28. It's going to be a close game. Offense, defense, going to be a good all-around game. So that's my score prediction. That's what I think is going to happen tonight. I'm not sure if that will happen because, when you're going to Seattle, that's obviously a huge challenge just in the first place. But they have lost 3 at home this year, so we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you all so much for watching this final pregame stream of the regular season, and I will see you after the game. Now let's go get that number 1 seed.